to it. So if you come all the way down into a supine position, and we'll begin on our backs. So just get comfortable on the mat. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open, whatever you're feeling comfortable with. Hands up, palms down, wherever you want. And just take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And when you take those 3 deep breaths, think about drawing that breath all the way down into the base of your stomach first. And then exhale completely. When you've taken those 3 deep breaths, just gently bring the knees in towards the chest and hug them with both arms. And you can begin to make circles with your hips. Maybe do 5 times in one direction, and then 5 times in the other direction. Just take your time, massage that lower back in towards the ground. And then when you've done your 5 circles in each direction, just slowly come back to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Gently lift your nose towards your knees. Exhale to lower. And we'll just do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. We're going to move the hands over to the left knee now. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. So flex the toes back towards you. Feel that stretch within the hamstring. And as you exhale, just gently lower that knee all the way, all the way to the floor, and then pull the left knee in toward the shoulder as you inhale. And then exhale to release. Inhale to lift that right leg all the way back up again. Feel the stretch. Take a moment there. And then exhale as you lower that leg all the way to the floor again. Inhale to pull that left knee in towards the left shoulder. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale to lift that right leg all the way up. Feel the stretch. Exhale, release the leg all the way to the floor. And then inhale as you pull that left knee in towards the left shoulder. Exhale, release. Keeping a hold of that left knee, we're just going to circle the hips. So you might want to take the right arm out to the side to steady yourself, and then just gently circle the hips. So you're going out sideways with it as far as mobility allows. Again, maybe 5 circles in one direction. And then 5 circles in the other direction. And those circles can be big, they can be small. Just go as far as your mobility allows, or whatever your body is feeling today. Last circle in the opposite direction, and then as you inhale, bring both knees back to center, and we'll repeat that on the other side. So extend the left leg up high, flex the toes back towards you, feel that stretch. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, release that leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to pull the right knee in toward the right shoulder. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg comes up, feel the stretch. Exhale, lower the leg all the way back down. Inhale, right knee comes in toward the right shoulder. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale to lift the left leg all the way up. Feel that stretch. Really flex those toes back towards you. Exhale, release that leg all the way to the floor. And then inhale as you bring that right knee in towards the right shoulder. Exhale, release. And then we're back to those hip circles. So taking the left hand out wide, holding onto the knee with the right hand, just gently manipulate the leg into those circles, opening up the hip joint, going as far as mobility allows. You might find one side feels different to the other. That's perfectly normal. So we're just aiming for 5 circles in both directions. So once you've done your 5 circles one way, rotate the other way for another 5 circles. Really get into that hip joint. Start to mobilize that area of the body. Last circle all the way around. And then inhale as you bring both knees back to center. Squeeze them into your chest and then gently come all the way up to seated. And we're going to swivel around onto our hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to sit back into our extended child's pose, sliding the hands forwards, forehead to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and then inhale as you come up into your hands under shoulders, knees under hips position. Inhale to dip the stomach, lift the head, look up towards the ceiling into your cow position. And then we're going to exhale as we round through the spine, pressing the ground away, sucking the navel back towards the spine and coming into your angry cat position, pulling the shoulder blades apart. As you exhale, sit back into that extended child's position. Inhale to reach forwards, bringing your forehead to the floor, taking a nice big stretch, feeling that breath expand in your upper back. And then exhale completely. Inhale to come all the way back up and through into that cat position. So we're going to do 3 rounds of this. Exhale to round. Find your angry cat, push the ground away. Inhale to return back to center, sweep the hands forwards, feel that expansion in your upper back as you sit back into your child's pose. And then one last time, after you've exhaled, inhale to come all the way back up to your cat-cow position. Find that cow position as you dip the stomach, lift the head, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale as you round through the spine, pressing the ground away. Sucking the navel back towards the spine, and then exhale as you sit back in towards your child's pose, extended child's pose, reaching the hands forwards, really feeling that stretch. Just take 3 deep breaths. Find that stretch under your armpits into your lateral muscles and across your upper back. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then inhale as you come up onto your hands and knees. Keeping the hands forwards, we're going to sit into heart melting pose. So you might just want to take your knees slightly further back, reaching your chest towards the floor, and you're bringing your forehead. So your forehead can come to the floor or your chin can come to the floor, wherever you feel most comfortable. Just relax back. It's not quite as strong as puppy pose. Just find that nice, relaxing, stretchy point as you take the heart towards the floor and curve in towards your thoracic spine. Take 2 more deep breaths while you're here. Exhale. And then slowly come back up into all fours, tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. From here, we're just going to pedal out the feet. Open up the calves, the hips, the hamstrings. Have a soft knee while you do this, and then just come to still with the feet and just maybe take a few pulses through the shoulders with a bent knee, opening up the thoracic spine, the shoulders and the chest, and then slowly walk the feet all the way in towards the hands, coming into your Uttanasana Ragdoll. So bend at the knees, draw the chest over the thighs, crown the head towards the floor, and you can just take opposite hand to opposite elbow and hang out here for a few deep breaths. You can stay still, swing from side to side, whatever the body needs. From here, we're going to inhale as we come all the way up, extended Tadasana, reaching up tall. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers and take them to the back of the head. Finding yourself with your feet hip distance apart, lift the toes, spread them, press the feet firmly into the ground so you are fully connected to the floor. Engage the legs, tuck the tailbone under, and think about inhaling as you lift and lengthen through the crown of the head, reaching up high with your heart. Take your eye gaze up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, just take a small back bend into a crescent variation. Inhale to lift, And we'll do 2 more. Exhale, small back bend. Inhale to lift. Last one. Exhale, small back bend. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release the hands, shake it all out. And we'll work our way all the way back down into that Uttanasana forward fold. So inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana. Exhale as you hinge at the hips, keeping that length into your Uttanasana forward fold. Take a nice deep breath in, find length. Exhale, fold deeper. Plant the hands on top of the shins or the feet, and then inhale as you slide the hands up the shins, finding a flat back halfway lift, sending the hips back, straightening the legs, and finding a nice neutral spine. So you should just be looking in front of your mat there toward the floor. Exhale, fold deeper. Back into that forward fold, and then inhale to lift. So in this position, really think about squeezing those shoulder blades back and down to support the spine. Exhale to release. Last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands either side of the feet, and we're going to take a step back with the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, finding our low lunge position, reaching the heart forwards, eye gaze forwards. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then we'll take the left hand inside that left foot and just heel toe the foot out to the side a bit. So you're coming into a lizard lunge position. So both hands are glued to the floor, left foot is outside of the left hand. You can now start to shoot that knee forwards and out to the side, but keep those toes glued to the floor. You can use that left hand to push the knee away and just take 2 deep breaths as you find that stretch in the hips. And then release the hand from the knee, and then we're going to inhale to lift and twist into a twisted low lunge. So taking the eye gaze up towards that top fingertip, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hand to the floor. Come back to that lizard lunge and reset as you inhale. Exhale, sink deeper, and then this time as you inhale, lift both hands up above the head. Feel the stretch now in the hip flexor as you reach up tall. If you want to, you can take the eye gaze up to the fingertips. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands, frame the foot, and we're going to plant the back foot down at a 45-degree angle as we come into warrior two. So set yourself up in that low lunge with the back foot at a 45-degree angle, and then as we inhale, we're windmilling our arms, leading with the right arm into that warrior two. Hips are open, open to the long edge of the mat. Arms are parallel to the floor. Think about engaging your inner thighs, squeezing your glutes, pressing through the floor with your feet and pulling those shoulders back and down. As we inhale, we're going to straighten the legs. So we're stretching into this star position, and then exhale to lower. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to stretch into that star position. Exhale to lower. One last time. Inhale to stretch into that star position, and then exhale to lower. Drop the back hand to the back thigh. Inhale to lift and reach, and exhale as you come into reverse warrior. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then inhale as you windmill the arms all the way back to that warrior two. Twist the front foot in slightly, and then we're going to exhale as we sit into our goddess pose, taking our hands, interlacing them behind our head and holding them, holding the back of our head. We're just going to take the elbows from side to side, so you're feeling a stretch in the side body. So exhale to take your left elbow towards your left knee, and then inhale back to center. Exhale to take your right elbow towards your right knee. So we're just going to do 3 stretches on either side, getting into those lateral muscles and those hips. And then when you come back to center, come back to your warrior two pose as you exhale, sit back and down. From here, we're going to windmill the arms all the way up and over, frame the front foot, and step back to a 3-leg down facing dog, taking the left foot all the way up and back behind you, bending at the knee, and just take a small hip twist. Feel the stretch in that hip flexor, maybe play with it for a moment or two. And then when you're ready, bring that leg all the way through, coming into pigeon pose. So the left knee comes through at a 45-degree angle toward the front left corner of the mat. Slide the right leg all the way back. Press into the ground with your hands as you lift the body up and feel that stretch in that right hip flexor. And then as you exhale, fold over that left leg. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. Take 4 more breaths just like that as we work in toward that glute. So here, really think about rolling that right hip bone down toward that left heel. Bringing that chest over that thigh and letting the body just melt over that leg. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale. As you slowly come all the way back up, taking your hands underneath your shoulders, step back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet, and we're going to repeat this sequence on the other side. So right foot comes outside of right foot, hand, dropping the back knee to the floor, finding that lizard lunge, reaching the heart forwards, opening up that left hip flexor this time. And then of course, if you want to, take a hold of that right knee and press it out to the side as you just play with your hip flexibility. Taking a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, reset back in that lizard lunge, reaching the heart forwards. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, sink lower. And then inhale as you lift and twist with the right hand up towards the ceiling. Finding that nice stretch across the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. And then exhale as you release that hand. Frame that front foot. So you're shuffling that foot in towards the center of the mat again. And then we're going to lift that back knee off the floor, plant the foot down at a 45-degree angle at the back, and we're coming into warrior two on the other side. So when you're ready, inhale as you windmill the arms all the way up and over, warrior two, right leg forwards, hips are open to the long edge of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink deeper, pull those shoulders back and down. Really feel the legs and the feet engaged as if you're ripping that mat in half underneath you. As you inhale this time, straighten that front leg, stretch out tall, so almost become a star if you like, and then exhale to sink back into that warrior two. Inhale to stretch, exhale to lower, inhale to stretch, and then exhale to lower again, dropping the back hand to the back leg. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, reverse warrior. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and as you inhale this time, come up into that goddess pose. So twist the feet. I've got my back to you. I'm sorry, I'm going to turn around. And then sit back into that goddess pose. Taking the hands, interlacing the fingers and placing them behind the back of your head. We're just doing those side to sides. Feeling that stretch in the side body. Last one each side. And then I'll twizzle back the right way. So then coming back up into that star pose, finding your warrior two as you exhale. And then inhale as you windmill the arms all the way up and over. And we're stepping straight back into that 3-leg down facing dog. So right leg goes high to the sky, bend at the knee, take a small hip twist. Play with it, feel the areas of discomfort and work into them. And then as you exhale, swing that leg through, coming into pigeon on the other side. So untucking the back toes, finding that nice level hip position. So I should have said on the other one, if you're struggling to find a nice level hip, rather than sink over onto your bum cheek on the other side, use a block or a pillow to support it so that your hips are nice and level. It's going to help you much more in your practice. So when you're here, you're thinking about gluing that left hip to the right heel as you press into the ground so that you're keeping yourself in that nice, solid, stable position. Then inhale as you press away from the ground, finding that stretch in that hip flexor. And then as you exhale, fold over that front leg, bringing your forehead to the floor and taking 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. We're going to swivel the legs around and out in front of us, bringing the soles of the feet together. So we're coming into bound ankle pose. So bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side and shuffle your bum so that your heels are coming in towards your groin. Hold the feet like you would a book, and we're just going to take 3 deep breaths as we inhale and then exhale to fold, reaching our nose towards our toes and using our arms against our inner calves to press the knees away. Just take 3 deep breaths there. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way up. Slide your bum back, straighten the legs straight out in front of you. We're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to take the left sole of the foot over the outside of the right knee, place it on the floor, keeping the right leg straight. Inhale to lift and lengthen, and think about bringing that chest towards your inner thigh as you hook your right arm around your left knee. Inhale to lift, exhale to twist to look over the left shoulder, and take 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way around. Unravel yourself and we'll switch sides. So right foot comes over left knee. Hook that right elbow around that, that left elbow around that right knee. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to look over your right shoulder. And take 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, unravel yourself, and then slowly come back to a seated position. Taking the legs straight out in front of you, flexing the toes back towards you. We're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen, and then exhale as we fold over those legs, bringing our chest towards our thighs, nose towards our toes. And then just let your head hang to wherever it needs to go as you take 3 more deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. We're just going to take the legs out wide now for a wide leg forward fold. So shuffle the legs out as wide as you feel comfortable. Think about really grounding those sit bones toward the floor. Inhale as you lift and lengthen, and then exhale as you reach forwards. Reaching the hands all the way forwards. Take 3 deep breaths. Keep those toes flexed back towards you. Find length in the back of those hamstrings. And then just relax. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way up. Take the legs back together, slide the bum down towards the heels. If you have a yoga brick, this would be really handy. If not, don't worry. We're gonna go into bridge pose. So You can do an active bridge pose or a kind of lazy bridge pose if you just inhale to lift the hips off the floor and reach the hands for the ankles to find that stretch in the front body. If you want to do a more of a lazier, chilled out version, grab a hold of your block, place it on the sacrum of your back, and as you exhale, lower your back onto the block and just relax the hands over out to the sides. And just let the block press into your lower back and release any nerves or tensions that are firing off there. Take 3 deep breaths in whichever position you've chosen. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale to lift away from that block if you've got one, and then exhale to lower your back all the way to the floor. We're going to hug those knees back in toward the chest one last time, rocking from side to side, and then just take the hands out to the sides, palms facing down. As you exhale, drop the knees all the way over to the left, and then inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the right. Try and keep your shoulders glued to the ground, and then if you want to, you can press down on the outer thigh or extend that top leg wherever mobility allows. Just take 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you lift your knees and your head back to center, and then we'll exhale as we drop them all the way over to the other side this time. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the left. And again, if you want to press down on the outer thigh or extend that top leg, yogi's choice. Just take 3 more deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up to center. Hug the knees in toward your chest, rock from side to side. And then we'll just finish with 3 deep breaths to confirm our practice or acknowledge our practice. So just get comfortable on the mat, let your legs go out long. Palms up, palms down, yogi's choice. And in your own time, just breathe deeply in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then whenever you're ready, just slowly bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Massage your lower back and begin to wake the body up. And whenever you're ready, just slowly come all the way up to seated. And join me in the center of the mat for one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above our head, palms together. And as we exhale to the forehead, kind thoughts, to the lips, kind words, to the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.